Yeah, he wasn't happy with Eddie Hearn.
Rakhimov ain't gonna give them that belt back lightly.
So there's a lot of people out of that Tony Sims gym.
Skye's been smashing it.
What did I say in the last video? Never fight a southpaw. And the knockout's going to come. It's going to be from the uppercut. And hand hasn't really been tested since he's had that injury, isn't it?
Babic! Sparta!
Welcome to another episode of Bloodlust Boxing. I'm Sav.
I'm Baz.
Today's episode, we have the Tony Sims gym Joe Cordina versus Rakhimov. Really brings some prestige back and get his belt back at the same time. What do you reckon, Baz?
I can't actually believe that he lost his belt, but not through losing.
He can become a two-time champion, super featherweight champion, without even losing his belt. So, yeah. He wasn't happy, bottom line. So, for those of you that don't know, he lost his belt after beating Agawa because he was unable to defend it. Basically, he had a hand injury, and I think he got injured again after that when he was still
and they didn't want to wait.
And yeah, he was already given an extension, so it got relinquished. But yeah, he wasn't happy with Eddie Hearn, Joe Cordina. He was quite vocal about it at the time, at how it was sort of lost, and it was.
It's
kind
not
of
down to him though. It's not down to him, is it?
No, but I think it's more the fact that he implied that he wasn't aware of the situation. It seems like there was some stuff kept out away from him. Sort of decisions made in the back room. But I mean, bottom line is he's got a chance to win it back.
All I'm saying is Rakhimov ain't gonna give them that belt back lightly.
Yeah, he's a tough fighter, isn't he? Trained by Freddie Roach.
Just looks mean, man. He just looks like angry.
Just misunderstood.
just misunderstood.
Understood. Joe Cordina's the one who's spitting venom this week. He's not happy at all, is he? He's just like, he feels like that belt's been stolen away from him, doesn't he?
It has. If you think about it, it has, man. Like, he had that in his hands, and now it's gone. At least he never lost his own, though.
That's true. So, Rakhimov fought Zelfa Barrett to win the vacant belt. And that was a great fight as well.
Yeah, it was a wicked fight.
Zelfa Barrett was actually doing really well in that fight. And he was looking like he was going to win because he knocked Rakhimov down. And then, I don't know, it looked like it was a leg injury. I don't know whether it was ever confirmed or not, but he got caught afterwards and they had to stop the fight. The towel came in from his trainer, but I think that was the right thing to do at the time because he looked like he had a leg injury. So, but Rakhimov, what do you know? Like, has he got a chance of winning? Who's the favourite, do you reckon?
I don't know, man. Like the last fight I saw for Joe, he looked dangerous. Like
against Skye, wasn't it? That was a highlight reel knockout, wasn't it? I think it was either the second or third round that came in. So it was quite an early stoppage, and against someone he was expected to struggle against. Yeah.
He's putting out some big hits lately.
So there's a lot of people out of that Tony Sims gym. But it's a buzzing gym at the moment. Obviously with the
buzzing
cloud, the cloud hanging over it. We still don't know what's going to happen with Conor Ben, obviously. And for those of you that don't know, he's been provisionally banned by UCAD, which I don't understand how that works, considering he hasn't got a British boxing border control license. So that's another mess, but we'll go into that in another day, I reckon.
And didn't he pass?
He passed the UCAD test. Yeah. So just another example of the British boxing border control being a bit of a joke, to be honest.
It makes no sense. But yeah.
But anyway, back to the matter at hand. We've got Joe Cordina versus Rakhimov. So I've been doing a little bit of research, watching a couple of Rakhimov's fights. So points that I noted: Rakhimov likes to go body head. So and he flows
southpaw too.
He is a southpaw, and we know the dangers of southpaws. Having watched that Joe Joyce fight and highlighted that in the last video.
Yeah.
What did I say in the last video? Never fight a southpaw. And then, but the only thing I will say is Joe Cordina would have got a lot of sparring in. But yeah, he throws these punches, so he sort of goes, he goes one high and then he goes one low, and he either does it with the left or the right, and he alternates between the two. So he offsets you by throwing that high shot, and then he'll go for the low shot, and he offsets his opponents at the same time. It leaves him quite vulnerable because he doesn't bring his hands back. It's something he's got.
I think you're underestimating.
He's got it better at it since he's been training with Freddie Roach. He's sort of started holding his hands up a bit higher. But in his earlier fights, when he fought Joe Diaz, he was literally doing like this. It's like me trying to swim, but he just leaves all of this open and ready for the counter. So one of the things that potentially Joe Cordina can exploit, and which Shavkat Barrett did as well, is the uppercut. So when Rakhimov's throwing those sort of, as I said, he doesn't pull his hands back. Like, he doesn't throw a punch, put it back. He sort of throws both at the same time. So it leaves him wide open for the uppercut.
And probably off balance as well.
Yeah, and I think if the knockout's going to come, it's going to be from the uppercut. And Joe Cordina likes to do that sort of. He did it against Agawa. He does like a little feint, and then he lunges in.
And you think that's going to catch him out?
Yeah. But if he does that with the uppercut, then I think that'll be dangerous. Lights out for Rakhimov, because he has been caught, but he's dangerous though, isn't he? So
he's a hard hitter.
He is. So what we're looking at, we've got Joe Cordina, 31 years old, 15 fights, 9 KOs, no losses. We've got Rakhimov, 17-0, 14 KOs, 1 draw against Joe Diaz. So what do you think?
What, you asking me to call it?
I don't know, man.
I don't know if I want to call this one either. You know what? The last couple of fights, it's been so hard to call.
Yeah.
I've not really wanted to give a prediction, but
if you don't want to give it, don't give it.
I don't want to give it for this one. I don't. Actually, no, I don't. Nah, I think Joe Cordina will put his foot down, and I reckon he will hold the ring.
The thing is, his hand hasn't really been tested since he's had that injury, isn't it? So I think that's the big question mark in this. What if it went in the fight? It could go in the fight.
It might mean that he holds back a little bit as well, not wanting to risk it.
Yeah, but he can't afford to. As I said, I think the uppercut is what will do it for Joe Cordina if he wants to win it, and he has to do it in the first 4 to 5 rounds because Rakhimov gets stronger towards the end of the fight. So I think if Joe Cordina is going to win it, it'll be in the first 4 to 5 rounds, and it'll be with the uppercut. So that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's my tactical analysis.
I like it.
Yeah. Deep diving. So. But also on the card, we've got Sandy Ryan fighting as well. So she makes a return. She had a loss before, and then she followed it up with a great victory. She's done a lot of learning since she's had a loss, and I think she's grown up quite a bit. And then you got Shavkat Barrett as well on the undercard. So
funny that, isn't it?
Plot twists.
Yeah.
So what you could see is if Joe Cordina wins, it could set up that fight with Shavkat Barrett, which we were expected to get, but Rakhimov obviously came through. So you've got Jordan Thompson as well. He's another exciting fighter, and Skye NICOLSON. So
Skye's been smashing it.
Yeah. What do you think about Skye NICOLSON?
Look, she's still obviously not had loads of fights, so there's still a lot of learning. There's still a lot of learning to do there, in professional rankings wise.
Program.
Yeah, but I think she could be great.
Yeah, she's definitely got a technical ability. I think the one thing she's missing is that power. She just needs to sit on the shots a little bit more because she's technically she's amazing, but it's just the power is missing. I think she just needs to sit on those shots a little bit more. Punch through.
Yeah, I think she's got the heart though. She's definitely got the heart for it.
Yeah. She's an exciting prospect. Well, is she a prospect anyway? Yeah. And also fighting on Saturday is Alen Babic for the Bridgerweight title. What?
Babic!
Babic Army!
Murder Savage! Sparta!
Oh man, I love the Babic. That's annoying, that isn't it?
How is it on the same night?
Same night. He's
that's
fighting
mad.
on Sky Sports.
You
Yeah,
have to have 2 fights on that, like both up at the same time.
I think so. DAZN didn't pick up the fight. Well, Eddie Hearn didn't. I think they put a bid in, and they went to purse bids, and they came up short. So basically, I think it was a Polish promoter who won
That's
the
it,
purse
yeah.
bid, and they've sold it to Sky, the rights to Sky Sports.
Yeah, I can't miss the Savage, man. Do you remember last fight we went to? We watched him.
Yeah, it was good, man. Yeah, it's exciting fighter, and it's
You
going to
just
be.
didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah, he's fighting. Was it a Polish fighter, isn't he? Rozansky, who's 14-0, so 13 KOs.
Savage doesn't like an easy fight, does he? Like that?
Nah, it's not.
I mean,
he's trying to get that title, so
He's a savage. That's it.
it'll be great for the Babic if he wins it. We want to see him fighting back on UK shores, don't we? So hopefully he can win the title, come to the UK and fight back in the UK again, and maybe get on one of those sort of. Well, it's on Skye, isn't it? So get on those main cards. But he's an exciting fighter. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button and subscribe.
Peace.